You're watching Zone Coverage on YSN Live. Let's join DJ Yokley, Sam Torres, and Greg McAfee.
And welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. It is Zone Coverage for Week 5. Can you believe it, guys?
Halfway through already. It's
Week
nuts.
5 of the high school football season. We are here at Ashtabula St. John High School, and we are so excited to be here. My first John into Ashtabula. Sam, you've been here a time or two.
I've been a couple times.
And Greg, this is your first?
This is
as well?
Ashtabula St. John. This is my first time here. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Unbelievably gorgeous. And Sam, we're going to get into that in just a little bit, talk about the history of Ashtabula St. John. They've been here on the network for a few years now.
Yes.
So we're excited about that. We're excited to have you. Zone Coverage provided by and presented by our friends at Youngstown Clothing Company. Thanks to the McClures and everything they do, not just for Youngstown, but beyond. We were talking about that. Maybe getting St. John a little bit of thread work.
I'm trying to see some of those throwback St. John T-shirts because,
That'd be
and these things are soft.
Yeah, they're soft and comfortable, and they're comfy, cozy for those nice autumn, fall nights coming up around the campfire.
Thank
Woo,
God.
we're ready. We are ready. It is Week 5, and boys, what a Week 4 we had. Unbelievable across the board. Master of the Pick'ems, though, the guy right next to me, Sammy. Congratulations on the big win last week.
I had to make a comeback. We talked about the best sports stories. I'm starting my second part of the movie now.
You are definitely the Charlie Conway of this bunch. When you're thinking about last week, guys, and we've got a lot to get to tonight, so I want to be mindful of everybody's time. What was one of the games that stood out to you, just first and foremost, from Week 4?
It was a game that didn't necessarily go our way. The Geneva-Hawken game is really incredible because, you've got Geneva and they lose that in the very last moments of that game. But 48-49 with a Geneva team that runs the ball exclusively. And how many times have you seen a running team lose after scoring 48 points?
Not very often.
Not very often.
Ever. It's one of those situations. Greg, what about you?
I mean, I got two that kind of come to my mind, but one is the one I call it Crestview Liberty.
Yeah.
I mean, we got a conference battle between two of the top teams in the MVAC grade tier this year, and it came down to the wire. The Rebels were able to pull off a comeback, and then I got to give Pennsylvania a little love. Beaver coming, getting a big win over Hopewell. I think it was 51-50 against a tough Hopewell team. That's a big win for the Bobcats, and made me put my fist in my mouth. So a big win for the Bobcats, but I mean that's what you get at this point in the season, big wins like that.
I'm going to call you Thor because you just stole all my thunder with that second game, dude. What an unbelievable tip of the cap to the Bobcats and Beaver. And I mean, they had some great competition. And it was a 51-50 final?
Yeah, it's a shootout.
It was incredible. So, hey, kudos to our boys over in Beaver. We appreciate it. Again, we're here at Ashtabula St. John. You might be wondering in Youngstown, why are you guys over that? Well, because 3 years ago?
Yeah.
Ashtabula and 440 in goal. Now the 440 Sports Show, Sam Torres, Ryan Cole joined YSN, and when they did that, they brought Ashtabula St. John and so many others with them. Sam, this is a school that's near and dear to your heart. Talk to us about Ashtabula St. John and what it stands for.
Yeah, St. John, it's a big deal for me. This is where my daughters go. My youngest daughter being in first grade, my oldest daughter starting her first year at Walsh. They're St. John Heralds. When it's all said and done, I will be walking these halls for almost 30 years. But, I think the story with St. John is a great one in that this was a school that in the 90s was on the verge of being closed. Part of the Youngstown Diocese. So the Youngstown tie is right there. But, due to low enrollment and things like that, well, they kind of crowdfunded at that time to keep it going. And then a couple years ago, around 9 years ago, no, it'd be more than that, 11 years ago, they moved from Station Avenue here to Depot Road to what was a decommissioned elementary school. And then immediately the numbers started growing for kids that were coming here. And Sister Maureen, who has been phenomenal for not just St. John, but the diocese in general, and her vision and her ability to build St. John into what it is today, including this brand new beautiful building.
Gorgeous.
that she did all the work and amongst the people who are right over there on the wall to build this building and create, 3 or 4 new science rooms, 3 or 4 new math rooms, and really academics first here at St. John. And it's really her pride and joy. It's my pride and joy. I think it's the St. John community's pride and joy for what they've accomplished here.
One of the things we talk about academics, obviously, and that's the mainstay. It's the first part of student athlete is the student, but the athletics part, they take that pretty serious too. There's some headliners that have graduated from here and they're from here.
Yeah, they've got people that when you talk about the college percentage of graduates, it's very, very high. And you look in a building like this, it's a Division VII school, smaller population, but the staff that takes so much time with these kids here. To make sure that they are ready and they're ready to become adults, and that as a father of a St. John Herald and father of St. John Heralds is my biggest point of pride. Is these kids get into the real world, and with that St. John Herald education, they're ready to go.
I'm excited. We're going to have some interviews here in just a moment. You're going to head that up for us because hey,
I know these guys a little.
A little bit. Mr. 440 himself is going to do it. We'll have player profiles with some of the Heralds here when we come back on Zone Coverage presented by Youngstown Clothing Company. Be right back.
Craftsmanship to us is 60 years of pride and dedication.
Passed down from generation to generation.
The hardwood floors that your kids take their first steps on.
The solid wood doors that you quietly close at night.
The things we create day in and day out are the products that end up turning your house into a home.
At Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods, uncompromising quality and craftsmanship built our business.
And it will keep us moving forward for generations to come.
At Joe Dickey Electric, no job is too big or too small. We do it all. We power the plants that help bring us together, the businesses that help our community thrive, and the home that you've been dreaming of. We'll even install a light bulb for you. With over 65 years of commercial, industrial, residential, and 24/7 emergency services, you can trust the experts at Joe Dickey Electric because we are everything electrical.
I'm Matt Crystal, and I've been a customer of Greenwood Chevrolet for nearly 10 years. The biggest thing about Greenwood that we love is you get that family-owned aspect that comes into play. We always work with Paul Kello. Paul makes it very simple for us to come in, purchase a vehicle, no different than we go and buy anything else. No hassle, no haggling, we drive them off the lot. Very simple process, which makes it a lot easier for us as a family of 6. Don't have to worry about it. I'm Matt Crystal, and Greenwood Chevrolet went the extra mile for me.
Are your windows letting in more than just the view? At Window Depot, we believe replacing your windows shouldn't be a hassle. Our experienced team handles everything from consultation to installation, making the process smooth and stress-free. Upgrade your home's comfort.
You're watching Zone Coverage on YSN Live. Now over to Sam Torres.
All right, everybody, welcome back. Zone Coverage. It's time to get a player profile, a quick player interview in here, and we've got a St. John Herald senior here in Donnie Crawford. Donnie, welcome to the show, first and foremost.
Thank you, Sammy.
It's not a new thing for you. I've been interviewing you guys since you guys were young, but here on Zone Coverage, we're going to talk a little bit about your football career. We're going to talk about this season. So, talk a little bit about how long have you been playing football, Donnie?
I've been playing for 12 years, since my first grade.
So 12 years of football, a senior this year with a lot of snaps under you, in a program that's really shown growth over the last couple years. Heading into this year, your senior year, what were some of the things that you were looking to make sure you got accomplished?
Well, first, winning season. We wanted to go to the playoffs.
Yeah.
And if not, beat Fairport. That's the big one for us.
So, great goals for this team, and as a senior leader, those are obviously the things you wanted to focus on. But when you talk about your game and how much it's changed, I know for a fact you started off as a lineman, and now you traded in those high numbers for 34. You're catching some passes. What were some things you wanted to kind of tighten up on?
Tighten up? Catch the ball, Sammy. Catch the ball, Sammy. That's a big one here.
How was that transition for you, going from being a lineman? I mean, I think the 3 or 4 inch growth spurt you got over that sophomore year probably helped a little bit.
Helped a lot. It was pretty easy. Knowing football for 12 years, just listening to the coaches, they helped me out.
So, what does it mean for you to be a Herald? And as somebody who really, outside of a couple years during junior high when there wasn't football, but, wearing that Herald jersey through most of your career?
Herald, it means a lot, Sammy. We're all family here. If I look next to my brother, look next to he's my brother. We're all brothers here.
Yeah, and you talk about family, and in the metaphorical way, you're absolutely right. But you in particular, there are a lot of guys in your family right here on this team. How many exactly? I don't know if you can fit you guys all in one picture.
Well, speak of it, guard is Petrocello, tight end's me. That's 3 of them right there.
Yeah, just there in the starters, and then you've got some younger guys who are coming up as well.
Think about my brother long snaps for us now.
Yeah.
We got that. We got Bentley as related to me. A whole bunch of people.
Yeah, it's really a small community and a small family right here at St. John, and you guys are kind of ingrained, I guess I would say, in the culture, right?
Very ingrained.
So, this year, about halfway through, there's some games that you'd want to get back, some games that, went your way. The Beechwood was a good one.
The Beechwood went our way, very.
But, what are some things you're getting ready for this week against a really, really tough PV team?
They're very tough. We had good practices yesterday and today. Real hard intensity. They're a tough team.
They are.
Very tough team.
And a team you're pretty familiar with, as they're a NAC opponent, and even when they weren't, PV and St. John always seemed to bump heads.
Yeah, well, we're due, Sammy. We're due. We're due.
I love to hear it. So what can we look forward to when we see you on the field this week?
Well, we're going to block. We're going to run block a lot. We're going to bring it to them. And then we'll throw the ball when we need it.
Absolutely. Love to hear it. I'll tell you what, good luck this week, Donnie. It's going to be a fun one. And you can catch that action right here on your home for high school sports. It's ysnlive.com.
You might get 15 minutes to yourself every day. Would you rather spend it in your old, outdated shower or in a new, beautiful, low-maintenance shower? At Home Team and Window Depot, we turn your dreams into reality without the hassle. Our team handles everything from design to installation. You just sit back and enjoy the transformation. No mess, no stress, just a stunning new bathroom tailored to you. Contact us today for a free consultation and discover how easy and affordable it can be.
The environment in the hospital can be very intense for a patient. Being able to put a smile on their face brightens up my day. I go to Youngstown State University and my passion is nursing. What I love about studying nursing is that it takes you out of the classroom and into the lab. It's really hands-on. The professors here push you to be your absolute best, so if you want it, you gotta work hard for it. I am so excited about my future. I'm Shantiana and I am why I'm proud.
You're back with zone coverage on YSN Live. Now back to Sam Torres.
All right, everybody, welcome back. And from one Herald to another, we go from Donnie Crawford to my newest nickname, Ironhead Bobby Chenault. Another St. John senior going to join me on here. Welcome to the show, Bobby.
Thank you.
So, Bobby, this is your first year with the Heralds. You've had an interesting pathway, I guess, here in football. But how long have you been playing football as a whole?
10 years. 10 years is how long I've been playing for.
So 10 years of football. There's another sport that you are pretty involved in that helps you a little bit along the way?
Yeah, I wrestle. That's my biggest sport. I think that's what I'm best at. So that definitely helps with football.
Yeah, and wrestling definitely helps, and especially in the position you're playing with. People wondering why I give you that Ironhead moniker as the lead blocker. You've been known to run the ball, but also manning the middle there for this Herald's defense. You came over here to St. John, and what's it been like as a senior taking on the new colors?
Oh, it's been awesome. These people are they're very welcoming. It's been like as soon as I got here, it took like a week, and then I already felt like I found new friends. I've been telling everyone I know, my family and everything, I'm closer to these guys than I was at my old school. There's a different culture here, and you can feel it. And it isn't just the kids, it's the parents, it's the community, and it's the teachers, like you said earlier. These teachers are amazing. They teach it, and it's fun to be here. I enjoy being at school, and I've never said that before. So.
Listen, that's a big deal. Yeah. And how long did it take for you to kind of feel like you were into the groove, or was it almost instantly?
It took a little bit. I'm still trying to get into the groove, but it is every week I get better. Even since June, since the first practice, I've been getting better every week, just little things. And but I've gotten comfortable since we 7-on-7 to Edgewood. That was when I got comfortable. And then ever since then, I've been back.
I mean, that's kind of baptism by fire, really. If you talk about an Edgewood team this year that, only one loss, and boy, they like to throw the ball a little bit.
Yeah.
So, playing that linebacker spot, playing a running back as well, which one do you like better, defense or offense? Remember, Coach Delgosh is watching.
I like to hit, but I really do enjoy coming down and just like finding a backer and just running them over. That to me is so fun, and it makes my dad happy. So it's just it's awesome. It's a fun moment.
So I'll tell you what, I know your dad personally, and I know that's 100% accurate. You've had a non-traditional look in football because of some injuries and things that you've been dealing with, as you said, your freshman and sophomore year kind of taken away from you on that knee injury. What was that like, kind of powering through?
Well, I lied to you. I meant to say junior year earlier. I lost my freshman and junior year. I had a knee surgery. Both of them were caused by wrestling, and it definitely derailed me. My whole life I've played football, and then coming up into that, I was thinking I was going to have a great, hopefully start by my sophomore year, and came with a great group of kids. We were really firing. I mean, you came to some of our games and you broadcast that Perry Lakeside game. I'll never forget that. That was a game, and a lot of those guys are, having Division I offers now, and having that opportunity to play with those guys definitely prepared me. And then when I got derailed, it was kind of more like, all right, we got to trust God's plan and move forward with it. But it definitely stung a lot, but it's helped me.
What are some words of encouragement you might give a younger player who's watching this, or even somebody in their high school career right now that has to kind of get past that?
It stings, it stings very much, but just trust the process. Know that it's probably happening for a better reason. It might be bettering you somewhere else.
And, throughout your life, you've had a lot of people that you can look up to, and whether it's in wrestling or football, but, who are some people that stick out to you as people you look up to and maybe try to imitate?
I think Nate Bartone was the guy that I looked up to a lot. Him and I have the same type of play styles, and we actually grew up together. And, he was a little older than I was, but everything we did in football, I was right behind him, or I was right next to him. And it was something that I was kind of like, play like this guy, because, anyone that's watched Nate play, he's a fun guy to watch. So.
That's true.
I've tried to imitate that type of play. So I think Nate Bartone was definitely that guy for me to look up to. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Nate Bartone, it makes sense that that's somebody that you would look up to, as I call you Ironhead from your style of play. And Bartone, we called him the bulldozer because of his style of play. So right there, kind of in the same thing. But, you guys have a real tough matchup coming this week against a team that maybe this is the first time I think you've actually met on the field, but you certainly know about the Pymatuning Valley Lakers. What are some things you want to make sure you get accomplished, or something you're zoning in on this week?
Try and be more physical. I've wrestled PV guys my whole life, and the one thing before I got really I got better at wrestling and got more confident, something I knew is that they were going to be aggressive and they were going to be physical, and sometimes they're going to be stronger than I was, and I just had to be better at that than they were. And that's what my game plan is coming in here. Listen to the coaches, but try and be more physical. They're a physical team. They're physical in everything they do. So, they're farmer guys. These guys, they're strong. So it's just going to be more physical. Who can be more physical, and that's who's going to win. And I think that we can do that if we continue. I think we've been getting better every week. So,
when it's all said and done, and people talk about Bobby Chenault, what's something you want to make sure that they know about you?
I was aggressive. I was a physical football player. That's something I want people to know. Just going at it. You know, like Fry doesn't think I do that, but I definitely do. No, but being physical, that's something I really am passionate about. So that.
I'll tell you what, Coach Fry is one of those guys. He zones in on you. If he zones in on you, it's because he believes in you. Trust me, I know that. But, good luck the rest of this season, and definitely good luck this week. Thanks so much for doing this with us, and I'll be watching you guys on Friday.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Craftsmanship to us is 60 years of pride and dedication.
Passed down from generation to generation.
The hardwood floors that your kids take their first steps on.
The solid wood doors that you quietly close at night.
The things we create day in and day out are the products that end up turning your house into a home.
At Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods, uncompromising quality and craftsmanship built our business.
And it will keep us moving forward for generations to come.
At Joe Dickey Electric, no job is too big or too small. We do it all. We power the plants that help bring us together, the businesses that help our community thrive, and the home that you've been dreaming of. We'll even install a light bulb for you. With over 65 years of commercial, industrial, residential, and 24/7 emergency services, you can trust the experts at Joe Dickey Electric because we are everything electrical.
I'm Matt Crystal, and I've been a customer of Greenwood Chevrolet for nearly 10 years. The biggest thing about Greenwood that we love is you get that family-owned aspect that comes into play. We always work with Paul Kello. Paul makes it very simple for us to come in, purchase a vehicle, no different than we go and buy anything else. No hassle, no haggling. We drive them off the lot. Very simple process, which makes it a lot easier for us as a family of 6. Don't have to worry about it. I'm Matt Crystal, and Greenwood Chevrolet went the extra mile for me.
Are your windows letting in more than just the view? At Window Depot, we believe replacing your windows shouldn't be a hassle. Our experienced team handles everything from consultation to installation, making the process smooth and stress-free. Upgrade your home's comfort and energy efficiency effortlessly. Contact us today for a free consultation and discover how easy and affordable it can be.
How did you sleep last night?
Welcome back to Zone Coverage on YSN Live. Let's join DJ Yokley, Sam Torres, and Greg McAfee.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Zone Coverage, presented by Youngstown Clothing Company. DJ Yokley, Sam Torres, Greg McAfee, or the other guy, as he's often referred to. Hey, Sammy, nice job, dude.
Thank you, my friend.
That was good.
Thank you to the Fighting Heralds who made their way onto the set. Awesome to be able to give them the spotlight they deserve. Great interviews, just in-depth stuff. Probably, most likely not, but probably, in my eyes, Emmy Award winning.
I got to go dust off the mantle.
That's it. We got to get that ready because you're going to have one of those big old boys right there, right above the fireplace. It's everybody's favorite time of the show. Well, second favorite time, second only to the Perfect Pass, presented by Window Depot and, of course, our friends at Home Team. That will be at the end, and we have some great Herald standouts that are going to be trying to win up to $500 off of their next set of windows, thanks to our friends at Window Depot and the Home Team. But it is pick'em time, guys, and as we alluded to earlier, in the show. Sam Torres, little bit of a hot streak, Greggy.
Still in first place. Still got some room to cover,
There's a reason he's in first place.
Just remember, guys, Atlanta Falcons, New England Patriots.
Referee. We should have got Rob involved in all this. I mean, I feel bad. We know that Louisville would be picked 10 out of 10 times, Rob, but I will give you credit. You were so right last week. Yep. Your Louisville Leopards, they didn't win by 50. We did the quick East Palestine math.
Right.
Now, Louisville math's a little bit different, we found out. But they didn't win by 50, but it was awful close, Rob. What did you like about the Leps last week?
Well, the fact that they were balanced. They ran the ball early. Obviously, Owen DiMarzio just went off, taking the first opening kickoff to the house, and then they were balanced the rest of the night. Gabe Stouffer was strong. The defense was just unbelievable, and special teams won that game from the get-go. I mean,
that's a lot of special teams, and they were the ones that won it.
Well, I'll tell you what. They blocked a punt, scoop and score.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
it's nice when you can win all three phases, right?
Right. I mean, and they've been solid on defense and special teams this year in all four games so far, and I don't expect that to change because Kappas preaches that.
Yeah. Incredible. I'm excited, guys. We got another great slate of games, and I don't think there are a lot of blowouts right off the jump, at least according to Drew Pastor, who we thank you. Thank you so much for what you do. Drew has predictions, lines, if you will, no matter what you want to call it. We didn't create them. Please stop sending us nasty messages. We didn't do it. Not going to happen. We didn't do it. But Drew Pastor goes out of his way, and it's an algorithm, as I understand. It's not like he's sitting there saying, I hate this team, so we're going to buy 57 points. It's an algorithm that he has, and he's pretty good at it. I mean, if you look at, we're actually trying, and he doesn't know half of these teams, and he's still hitting them, on the head. So we're going to start with 0-4 Akron Buchtel taking on 3-1 Austintown Fitch. Drew has Fitch by 33. I don't disagree with that. Fitch turning a corner right now, guys, and I really, really like what Fitch is doing. We'll be there next week to talk to TJ Parker and the gang, but Fitch by 33, I'll check that box. Sammy?
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with you and Pasteur on this one. Buchtel is we're halfway through the season, and it's time to start talking playoffs and points. And when you look at Buchtel, they are going to get some wins. I know that they're 0-4, but they will get some wins, so that secondary points is going to come into account. Fitch wants to put a stamp on this. Nobody puts respect on their name. They're going to make sure they get it done. 33, probably by more than that. Give me Fitch.
Yeah, they've really found a rhythm since that first week loss. And they've really kind of hit a stride here. I like them by more than 33.
Next game, we're right where we are. Be where your feet are. 1-3 Ashtabula St. John taking on 3-1 Pymatuning Valley. Drew Pasteur has PV by 39. Greg, what say you?
You got to put some respect on the Herald's name. I'm going to go with Ashtabula St. John on this one. I've learned my lesson.
Oh, you better. Those boys in Beaver, they got Lucille up on the shoulder. They're ready. I too, am going to go with Ashtabula St. John. I believe in this. I know it's going to be at PV. That is it's a lively crowd over there. But I'm going to take the Heralds. I mean, I'm sold on those interviews. Yeah. If you don't believe in these kids, what can you believe in? I'm taking the Heralds.
Yeah, I'm going to get a little bit of help from some guys on this one. Chad and George are going to be talking about this all week. But let me tell you what, guys.
I love it.
It's going to be Heralds in this one. Not so fast, doing my best Lee Corso
Where's the
on
wave?
This one.
Where's the wave? You can do the wave? There it is. That's awesome.
That is awesome.
We had no idea
to do this one all year, man.
Sam just goes, I'm going to go last. Oh, okay. Your turf.
Always got something up the sleeve.
Wow. A little homage to Coach Corso.
One of the GOATs.
Oh, my goodness. If it weren't for him, I don't know if we'd be here.
Yes,
honestly.
absolutely.
3-1 Beaver Local taking on a 2-2 Salem team. And it says Salem by 26. Guys, we talk about putting respect on teams' names. What?
Yeah.
And not take away from Salem. What? Beaver Local 3-1, and they've played some tough teams.
Yeah.
Salem's been there, don't get me wrong, but Salem by 26, I'm taking the Beavers and the points.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I think I'm probably digging myself a hole, putting my foot in my mouth here. I do think Salem wins this, or not Salem, but yeah, I think Salem's going to win this game. I don't think that 26 is realistic at all. I think this is closer to a touchdown, maybe a 2-touchdown game. So I'm going to take Beaver and the points.
Yeah, I mean, Salem is a team that's really kind of hit a stride over the last week. I mean, they beat East Liverpool 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
They beat Canton Central Catholic last week, I believe it was. And they really kind of found their rhythm after an 0-2 start to the season. But I don't like 26 points. I mean, that is a big spread for a pretty solid 3-1 Beaver local team. So, like you guys, I'm going to take Beaver local on the points.
That's an interesting. That's one of the biggest ones I've ever disagreed with Drew Pasteur from a point spread standpoint. We're on to 2-2 Brookfield at 3-1 Liberty. They have the Leps by 24. Greg, you got to see the Leps, and you get to see them a lot. What do you like about them?
Yeah, I mean, they play great ball on both sides. I mean, they have a strong defense, a really good offense led by a pretty dynamic duo in the backfield. But I think last week Tyson Watson really showed up and showed who he was as their quarterback. I think threw two crucial touchdowns in that game to give them a lead at halftime. And I mean, this is a Liberty team. They gave up 15, 14 points in the last 5 minutes of that game to fall. And so I think this is going to be a pretty angry team going up against a Brookfield team that's coming off a win. But I like Liberty by 24 points in this game. They didn't play their best game a week ago. They had a bunch of penalties, a lot of laundry on the field. I like Liberty by more than 24.
You like the bounce back.
Yeah, I like the bounce back.
Sam?
Yeah, when I first looked at these numbers, I started thinking, I don't know why everything seems to be a blowout one way or the other. But this is one where, to me, I'm going to easily take Liberty and the points. I think Moody is the real deal Holyfield.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to say I'm going to take Brookfield in the points because 24 seems like a lot given what we're seeing Brookfield start to come on. This is their first away game of the year, so I'm really interested to see what the Warriors can do here. I think they get to a win. I think they might win this game outright. I think they can get to a winning record. Not that I dislike what Liberty's able to do, but I think it's a tough component now that doubt starts creeping in potentially. Especially if Brookfield keeps this game close, you're going to start having a little bit of those nightmarish deja vu moments. So I like Liberty, but I like Brookfield and the points better right now. So I'll take that. 2-2 Brush taking on 3-1 Archbishop Hoban. Hoban by 47. Quick pick. Hoban.
Hoban by 50.
Hoban, yeah.
That's
an easy one.
I mean, 47 is a lot.
That is a lot of points.
But so is Hoban.
They are. That's exactly it. They are a lot.
They are a lot. 0-3 Cardinal taking on 0-4 Wyndham. Cardinal by 2. Now, guys, this is a Cardinal team. Did not play last week. Okay? That's why you look at 0-3, 0-4 Wyndham. They're picking Cardinal by 2. Wyndham got served last week. I'm going to take the Bombers simply because they are more experienced in this and they have not thrown in the towel yet. Sammy.
Yeah, I think that people might look at Cardinal being off last week as a plus. I look at it as a minus, and we're going to see that in week 12 this year. I think giving high school teams a week off is a mistake. And I think Wyndham is going to bounce back in a big way this week and beat Cardinal.
Yeah, I got the Bombers straight up.
Okay. On to the next
win.
big win. Bombers. Come on, Wyndham.
Let's go.
1-3 Central Valley, Pennsylvania, taking on the 2-2, formerly 1-2 Beaver Bobcats. No line, no spread because it's in Pennsylvania. Central Valley, Greg, you know a lot about Pennsylvania football. Central Valley is a name that everybody recognized, but I am riding with the Bobcats because boy, oh boy, did they prove everybody, well, one person on this panel wrong, but they proved the world wrong. Let's face it, there was a lot of people that were jumping on, and probably if we're looking at this as non-biased, unbiased individuals, we're probably picking Hopewell too. Greg, what do you think about Central Valley versus Beaver?
Yeah, I mean, Central Valley is a storied program. I mean, Mark Lyons has been there since the beginning. He's a good head coach. He's led them to a couple state championships. I mean, he's got players in the league, Jordan Whitehead, a couple other guys who are still finding their way in the NFL. But you look at this, it's a down year. They go through their ups and downs. It looks like a down year for Central Valley so far. Beavers coming off of a big win over Hopewell. I've learned my lesson. Give me the Bobcats.
Absolutely. I mean, the Bobcats made believers out of a lot of people last week. And I'm a believer in the Bobcats. Give me Beaver.
We're only giving it because
I can accept it.
He has the lead, and he doesn't play company guy all the time. Let's go to 2-2 champion and 3-1 Garrettsville Garfield. They've got the G-Men picked by 38 points. I'll tell you what, Champion has impressed me this year. I actually like Champion in the points on this one. 38 is a whole lot. Yeah. This isn't the Champion of the last few years, guys. They're not just a rollover anymore. This is a Champion with some fight, with some spunk. I like them to compete in this game. I think I like Garfield to win it, but it's not going to be, at least in my eyes, by 38.
I think you got to look at the styles that these teams run. Champion likes to run the ball. Garfield likes to run the ball. 38 points means that Champion is not going to compete in this game. I don't believe that for a second. Give me Champion in the points.
Yeah, I mean, Sam took the words right out of my mouth. And you got to this is a Champion team that suffered, I think, a tough loss last week against Brookfield.
Yep.
They're going to be angry. They're going to be ready to go. I do like Garfield to win the game. Garfield is, as we've talked about on this program a lot, they're one of the top teams in the area. But 38 points is a lot of points with two running teams on the field. Give me Champion on the points.
This next game is the one, guys. Mm-hmm. This is the one that is going to catch a lot of people off guard. If you know, or you're a historian of local high school football, you know that Cheney has always been the thorn in Canfield's side. It doesn't matter what the records are. You go back to that state championship. That was it. That was the game. Mm-hmm. They've got Cheney 1-3, 4-0 Canfield, of course. Canfield by 30. Guys, I do not like this spread. This is always Halloween coming early when Cheney comes to town or when Canfield goes to Cheney. We talk about it. We're beating the dead horse. No pun intended. It is the last year for Cheney. I really, really like Cheney with a plus 30 right here against Canfield. Sammy.
Yeah, this is the final chance for Cheney to be the thorn in Canfield's side, but this is also the final chance for Canfield to put their stamp on this game.
Oh, okay.
Canfield, people have doubted them since week one. Every week they have to prove themselves. They're going to do it again here. Give me Canfield and the points.
I'm in the same mindset. You took the words right out of my mouth.
Stop doing that, Sam.
This is, coming into this year, I don't think anyone kind of really put a lot of attention towards Canfield, and they're proving everyone wrong week by week. As journalists, we love a story, and there is a heck of a story brewing in Canfield right now with this team, and I think this is just going to be the next chapter. I think they moved to 5-0. And they win by more than 30.
I think it was, for me, okay through the first 3 weeks. And then what you saw last week against Poland, and we know how good Poland is.
Yeah.
And they were battling for the first half, and all of a sudden Canfield just said, see ya.
Yeah.
That's a dangerous – and we saw it. I mean, Shina is still probably pumping weights right now.
Yeah.
The cyborg.
And, I said this on Monday. When we talked to Enzo last week, the one – quote that really stuck with me was when he was talking about the culture. He was talking about the standard at Canfield. And when you have a team like that and seniors who buy in and players who buy in, that really creates an atmosphere that allows for winning week in and week out. It's not about who they're playing that week. It's about, all right, let's put a product on the field that lives up to the standard that Canfield is known for. And that's what they're doing this week.
I'll tell you what, before last week, I loved Coca's Pizza. Now I love Coca, the player.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Double plug. I like that. I like it. CVCA, our next game, at Boardman. CVCA is, I don't have it.
I think they're 4-0.
4-0. Okay, yeah, you got cut off on mine. 3-0?
3-0.
3-0 against 2-2 Boardman. They've got CVCA by 13. I don't think that that's necessarily the case. I think this is going to be a great game at Spartan Stadium. However, I also think that Boardman is better than their record shows at 2-2. I'm going to take Boardman and the points.
Yeah, I think this is a great game, but only for the team wearing maroon. I think it's Boardman all the way in this one.
Yeah, same here.
Very easy. All right, 1 and 3.
I don't have to say much here.
I'm
The words are out of my mouth.
1 and 3 East Liverpool. The Potters taking on 3 and 1 St. Clairsville, and St. Clairsville is chosen by 31 points. Greg, what's your thoughts?
You know how I go. I'm a Paul Cusick guy. I'm taking East Liverpool and the points.
Yeah, I think 31 is ridiculous. I think the Potters are way, way better than that. I love you, Pasteur, but you're wrong on this one. Give me the Potters and the points.
I love 31, the number on paper. My high school number, my college number. I do not like it in this rhyme or reason at all against the Potters. I'll take the Potters and the points easily. They took the words out of my mouth. On to. Can I flex a little bit here? 4-0. East Palestine taking on 1 and 3 Southern. And guys, here's the interesting part. Palestine only a 16-point favorite going into this game, even though the records are literally on either side of the EOAC standings. Greg, what do you say?
So I watched that game last week. I went back through and watched East Palestine take on Lisbon. Was fully impressed by everything I saw with the Bulldogs. Clark Rutledge is a dog. I like the Bulldogs by more than 16 in this game. They've really kind of checked the boxes as the season has gone on. And it's not. I don't think it's just Clark Rutledge either.
No.
They got some.
Jeremy
got some
Morrow,
pieces
2
over
touchdowns.
there. They got some pieces over there that can play defense.
Tanner Morrow. Jeremy's his dad. Sorry. That's me getting old.
They can play some defense. I like East Palestine by more than 16 points.
Sammy?
Southern's got a really, really talented kid, Jalen Pitts. I think he's going to make a big difference in this game. East Palestine, listen, they have not seen defeat this year, but this week they got to go to the Wigwam, baby. Give me Southern in this one.
We know what that's all about. We know what that's all about. That one's sponsored by Levin Furniture.
That's exactly it.
Sam will be shopping for a new couch.
No chiropractor needed next week.
I'm going to go with the Bulldogs, but I will tell you this, much like we talked about with Cheney and Canfield, Southern's always been that team for East Palestine. And what I have learned, and I don't think it's any secret or surprise, is that the Bulldogs defensively have to get better. I mean, you look at Ashton Hinchcliffe and what he was able to do last week. They shut down the run. Awesome job. However, Lisbon figured it out. They said, well, they're not going to stop us on the pass. And once Hinchcliffe gets into the defensive backfield, good night. Week before, he became the all-time leading rusher in Lisbon history. And now he has the single most receiving yards in any game against East Palestine out of the backfield. And we're talking about receivers, tight ends, whoever. He just rewrote history 2 weeks in a row. I think if, and this is a big if, Southern can get something going in the passing game, it might be problematic for East Palestine. However, their best player, running back in Hefner, I like East Palestine in this one. I think they're going to be able to stop the run and essentially stop Southern Local from trying to take it. Although the Wigwam, it is nasty.
It's a wild world.
Nasty with all due respect, because I don't need any Bob Shansky emails saying that I used hostile in a sentence last year, and it was like a bad thing. I was like hostile in a good way. It was vibrant, exciting. So sorry, Mr. Shansky. On to 3-0 Garaway taking on 4-0 Girard. Girard chosen by 10, but guys, this might be the biggest test yet. Greg, you love Girard.
Yeah, I mean, this is a game that I get to call on Friday. I've been kind of digging into the numbers and everything like that. It's a biggest test for both teams on both sides so far. Garaway is a team that a lot of Youngstown schools know. They cruised through Lakeview last year. They cruised through Garfield. They lost to South Range. So they're a team that's bouncing back. They got a sophomore quarterback running the offense now. Some weapons around him. This is a tough Garaway team, but Girard is on a mission this year. And we talked about AJ Pearson almost every week. He completed 13 of his 13 pass attempts last week for 378 yards, added 2 more on the ground.
Unbelievable.
He continues to impress, and he has a bunch of weapons around him, from Joey Algiers to Mario Lipinski to Alan Hess-Cardona. I mean, they got guys all over the place. The defense is playing great. I like Girard in this game by more than 10 points, though. This is their first true test before they go through the gauntlet of the NE8. They got back-to-back games against South Range and Poland coming up. They got to get right. This is a great game to do it against a tough team. I like Girard by more than 10 points, though.
Sam?
Garraway's Sugarville or Sugar
Creek.
Sugar Creek. Nothing sweet about the Indians that they're going to see this week. Pearson and is it Lipinski?
Mario Lipinski. Yep.
They made believers out of me. They made fools out of me right here on this show. The Indians. It's 2 back-to-back Indians picks for this guy.
This one's interesting to me because I've seen Sugar Creek Garraway up close and personal seemingly every year in the playoffs because South Range always on a crash course with them.
Mm-hmm.
I like Girard in this matchup a lot. I don't know if it's 10 points. I know what Garraway brings to the table. It is going to be a physical matchup from top to bottom. I think Girard is able to get the win, but I don't know 10 points is the saving grace this week for them. I'm going to go with Garraway in the points, but for all you Girard fans out there, I'm not rooting against you. I think you're going to win the game. 10 points is a weird spread for me.
Yeah.
Weird spread. Usually these games are like, especially non-conference in week 5, you're going to see 2 or 3, one way or the other. I don't like double-digit spreads necessarily. I've told you that before. On to 2-2 Harvey taking on 2-2 Jefferson. Harvey by 20. Sam, I have just a crazy suspicion you don't like that.
I don't like that at all. Now, I think it's real easy to pick Harvey by 20 because they go out and put 60-some points on Lakeside last week. Harvey has a 4-star running back in Sean Alston. He may be the best running back in the state of Ohio. He is a USC commit. He is the real deal. They put him at defensive back. He closed off Terry Brown, who's one of the more talented wide receivers you're going to see out here. But they're not taking into account they're a run-heavy defense. Matthew Webster is the real deal as well at linebacker. I think that Harvey probably should be favored. I think 20 is way too much. Give me Jefferson and the points.
I'm going to jump on Jefferson as well. They've been impressive. I mean, just from the way that they're able to handle themselves. Not the outcome they wanted last week, correct? A tough one for them. So I think the bounce back is here. I think they win it outright.
Yeah, I mean, I like Jefferson and the points in this one. I think they're coming off of a week where the game got out of their hands pretty quickly early on. I think they're going to be a motivated bunch coming back into this week. I like Jefferson and the points.
It's now time, and we're going to take this one, and then we're going to take a break. But it's now time that we welcome in the voice of Rob Johnson to the show, ladies and gentlemen, because it's, guess what? 4-0 Hoover taking on 4-0 Louisville. Hoover by 2. Robbie, take us through it.
Well, you're talking about the 103rd meeting between these two, so it's a long-time historical. Well, but I'll tell you what, it's going to be a great matchup. Hoover has some good speed at quarterback. They also have a very strong receiver on the outside. Louisville's been playing solid in all 3 facets of the game right now. I'm going to go with my boys. And I'm
no
way. But it's going to be a battle. I think Louisville, one of the things that kind of lit a fire under them was the statement that one of their players had made that this is not a rivalry anymore. And I think that was a mistake.
Bulletin board material that comes to Louisville, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, gotta get him a box of
I'll tell you what. I know that I can tell you guys that if it's out there, it makes the bulletin board so these guys can hear it, so that they gives them that little extra motivation.
Remind me never say anything bad about Louisville for the rest of my life because it'll end up on that bulletin board.
Yeah.
I also am going to go with the L. I'm flying the L on this one. Louisville goes to 5-0 on the season, in my humble opinion. Sammy?
Last week I gave you guys a mayonnaise reference.
Oh,
this week you're getting a vacuum cleaner. I'm a Bissell guy. Give me Louisville in this. No Hoovers here.
Are we going to break down again?
No. Here's what I will tell you. I'm driving home. I had 93.7 The Fan on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not lying to you. A Duke's mayonnaise commercial came on the radio, and I lost it. So if I'm driving some point in the next week and I hear a Hoover commercial for a vacuum cleaner, I'm done. I'm out. AI has taken over our life. Greg, who do you got in this one?
When Rob Johnson speaks, I don't go against him. Give me the Leopards in this one.
The Bill. All right, Rob. Hey, thank you for your contributions. That was awesome.
No problem, guys.
On to 1-3 Howland taking on 3-1 West Branch. West Branch favored by 46 points. I said I was going to take a break. We'll take a break after this one. I'm sorry. West Branch favored by 46 points. Guys, I think this is a pretty quick pick. I'm going to take West Branch.
Yeah, I hate that point spread, but man, I think it's right, West Branch.
I got West Branch as well. I do not like 46 points.
46 is tough.
That's tough. Yeah, give me West Branch.
We are going to take a break. When we come back, we'll finish the picks, and we will be throwing the perfect pass, hopefully. Yeah. Another winner, hopefully, crowned here tonight in Ashtabula, St. John. Back after this with more zone coverage brought to you by Youngstown Clothing Company.
At Sheely's Furniture and Appliance, you can afford to be yourself. Family owned since 1952. With one of the largest showrooms and in-stock selections in Northeast Ohio, you are sure to find pieces to make your house your perfect home. Shop with confidence with our everyday low pricing, price match guarantee, and free local delivery. We want to exceed your expectations, not your budget. From recliners to sofas to accent tables, FlexSteel's comfort, style, and quality make them the perfect addition to any room. Sheely's, the best things in life happen at home.
At Joe Dickey Electric, no job is too big or too small. We do it all. We power the plants that help bring us together, the businesses that help our community thrive, and the home that you've been dreaming of. We'll even install a light bulb for you. With over 65 years of commercial, industrial, residential, and 24/7 emergency services, you can trust the experts at Joe Dickey Electric because we are everything electrical.
Are your windows letting in more than just the view? At Window Depot, we believe replacing your windows shouldn't be a hassle. Our experienced team handles everything from consultation to installation, making the process smooth and stress-free. Upgrade your home's comfort and energy efficiency effortlessly. Contact us today for a free consultation and discover how easy and affordable it can be.
You're watching Zone Coverage on YSN Live. Let's get it back over to DJ, Sam, and Greg.
Thank you, Rob Johnson. Appreciate you. You are watching Zone Coverage presented by Youngstown Clothing Company. Again, if you've never had one of their shirts, fleeces, or hats, you got to try them out. Head on over to their website. Go to their Facebook page, social media, whatever. Get your hands on one of these unbelievable T-shirts. And soon, hopefully, we will have St. John rocking some Youngstown Clothing Company stuff. So I'm excited for that. Tie those two strings together and let's go.
Absolutely.
Let's have a day. Old school stuff, too. You like that old school stuff?
I like the vintage. So I want to see a vintage Herald T-shirt that I just may wear every week.
Okay, so I know you're an English guy. Help me out here, Sam. I just heard something. I feel bad because is it the Herald or Heralds?
So they are the Fighting Heralds. That is their...
So the S is okay.
Yes.
It's not like deer.
Yes.
Yeah, that's as good. Yeah.
But I'm thinking, the individual, on here, he's a herald.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but there's more of them.
Yes, there are more.
Presumably. There's a lot on that wall. Which, by the way, hey, unbelievable. All these people making this beautiful facility, it takes a village.
Yes.
And boy, did that village deliver for St. John. This place is wonderful. Thank you to everybody for allowing us to come here tonight. You'll probably get a couple more of those throughout the show. But this is beautiful. What an honor it is to be here in Ashtabula. My first time. Where are we eating, Sam?
I'll tell you what. I think the yacht club is closed. So
this time of year, I heard it's beautiful.
I got a couple spots. I'm going to give you guys the chance to check out here.
I love it. One of them, the Torres house, right?
Yes.
We're going to go surprise Jess and the family. Surprise, we're here.
Begins to scurry around.
We're midway through our picks. We just finished the West Branch game against Howland. We're on to 2-2. LeBray against 0-4 Newton Falls. They've got LeBray by 37. Guys, this one might be pretty close. And it might be one of those that goes 36. It might be one of those that goes 40. I'm not going to pick yet. Go ahead, Greg.
I see what you're doing over there. Look, Newton Falls is having just one of those years. 37 points is a lot of points. But I'm going to take the Vikings. Over 37. I think they light up the scoreboard this week. Kenny Yoho goes off. Easton Armstrong has a big one. Give me the Vikings.
Yoho Kwando, baby. That's my guy.
Anybody who watches this show this year, last year when it was the Super Show, they know I love LeBray. I love the Vikings. I think 37 is crazy talk. I think I'm going to go with Newton Falls and the points.
God bless Newton Falls, man. Greg, you said it best. They're just having one of those years. But so is LeBray. And not in the bad way. 2-2, I don't trust that record. I think LeBray's better than that record. I think they're going to pour some points in the end zone. Don't think that's how it goes, but we also aren't going to get a copyright strike. So just give me LeBray. I'll take them. Let's just leave it at that. 2-2 Letonia against 1-3 Columbiana. Columbiana chosen by 30. Guys, I have to start this. The Mighty have fallen 2 weeks in a row. The Bears have dropped back to 500 in the standings column, and I have to say, I don't like Columbiana by 30. I don't like it. I still don't know who these Clippers are because they can change. They morph from one week to the next, but we know who the Bears are, and they are not down by 30. There will be no running clock on Friday night. I'm taking the Bears and the points. Samuel.
Yeah, I think 30 is crazy. I think that Columbiana should be favored in this. I think I would pick them to win this game, but I don't think Letonia is going to get blown out. So give me Letonia and the points.
Yeah, I'm right there with you guys. I think Columbiana is good enough to come out with a win in this one, but I don't think it's going to be by 30 points unless they have some epiphany this week and they said, we're going to light up the scoreboard and continue to pour it on. I don't think that's going to happen. Give me the Bears and points.
If Letonia wins this game outright, does it stamp the season as validated?
Yeah, 100%.
Just one win in the EOAC would validate their season, especially against a team that has dominated for years and years and years with Bob Spade. You think it validates it?
I mean, if you go 3-2 and have a winning record through the first 5 games after the history they've had the past couple years, I think that builds up some confidence in the program. It builds up some momentum. It's a big one.
Sam, you've seen seasons like this with teams here, with teams over by us. What does this do for Letonia if they get that conference win?
I think they're skipping steps if they get this win this week. I think the first thing you do when you're talking about years without a win is getting that first win. And then usually the second win starts to build up your confidence, and that conference win doesn't always come for a couple years. I think Letonia is in the zone, and absolutely that lets them know Letonia football is back and we're ready to go.
I'm excited, man. I think that game is going to be absolutely fantastic. We're excited to have it right here on YSN. On to the next one. We've got 1-3 Lowellville taking on 1-3 Western Reserve. Western Reserve favored by 14. I think this has all the makings, all the stuffing, the gravy, all that stuff for a Thanksgiving feast of football on Friday night. Guys, another MVAC showdown. I really don't know what to expect in this one. This is going to be from the hip. I want to say I'll take Lowellville in the points just because the injury bug has really bitten.
I think you're right, bitten.
Yeah.
Bitten?
Yeah.
English major? Good. Bitten. It is bitten.
That could be
I
right.
say
I
that
don't
very
know.
confidently now. I've got the genius behind me.
Now the pressure's on. You
The
feel it on
pressure
my
is
shoulders.
We'll ask Siri during the break. So I'm going to go with Lowellville in the points just because I don't know what Western Reserve. I mean, John Armini always has something up that sleeve. I don't like the spread. I like this matchup, and I think Lowellville is looking for a signature win, just anything to get back on the map. I'll take Lowellville in the points, Sam.
I think Western Reserve is looking to change the narrative, and that's going to happen this week. So 14 points, maybe even more. I think Western Reserve wins this.
Wow.
This is a weird game for me because since I've been around the area, Lowellville, Western Reserve, both two teams that have always been on the winning side of things, great records. Seeing them at both at 1-3 is a weird little look.
Right?
Is a weird look for me. Western Reserve by 14. Lowellville is coming off of a tough loss to Campbell Memorial last year. I think first-year coach Drew McLaughlin gets them right. Not right enough to win the game, but I think they cover that spread. So give me Lowellville on the points.
Fair enough. On to the next one, which is 0-4 Lutheran West taking on 1-3 Conneaut. Lutheran West by 2. Sam?
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Lutheran West by 2. If it hasn't fired you guys up in Spartan Country, it should. All right, this is a game that you not only should be favored in, you should be favored in by more than a touchdown. You guys are much more competitive than your record shows. I think you give me Conneaut, and you give me Conneaut by a ton.
Woo, okay. You only need 2.
I follow my man Sam Torres in this one. Give me Conneaut.
Sam got fired up right there. I am not going against my friend who's sitting 6 inches away from me. I will take Conneaut. Give me the Spartans. Okay, here's an interesting one, guys. 4-0 McDonald taking on 3-1 Jackson Milton. McDonald by 34. I like McDonald in this game. Don't get me wrong. Dogs. We previewed it. I mean, tonight, technically, if you're watching Channel 21 WFMJ, as you should be, for the high school football matchup. YSN. I like McDonald a lot, but man, there's some weapons in Jackson Milton. They're coming off that tough loss against Ridge. 34 is a lot of points, guys. 34 is a lot of points. I like Jackson Milton in the points. I mean, I believe in McDonald, but man, 34 is a ton.
I love the Blue Jays. Jackson Milton is my adopted home. I love that team. I love the Blue Jays. The last
I thought
time
Struthers was your adopted home.
Yeah, they're welcoming me in Struthers.
I'll be there
one
tomorrow.
day.
You want to flip?
The last time I doubted McDonald, they made me look like the Hamburglar, so I won't do that ever again.
Rubble.
I'm taking McDonald and the points. The Blue Devils are demonic.
Yeah, this is a McDonald team that scored more than 41 points in all 4 of their games this year. They have dogs all over the field, as we've talked about all season long. I don't need to mention them again. If you want me to, Kyle Puckett, Drew Zajac, Jordan Perry, Josh Crumpack coming along. Absolute dog.
Casey
Miller, Josh Crumpack, new to the list. Casey Miller, dog. They got guys all over the place. What Jackson Milton saw last week against Mineral Ridge, I think it's going to be a little bit of a repeat this week. Give me McDonald by more than 34.
See what we were talking about? Do you see what we were talking about?
Hey, you didn't crash on Sam. Like, come on.
Leader in the clubhouse for a reason, folks. On to a little PA action. 1-3. Mohawk taking on 0-4 Beaver Falls. There is no spread. Drew Pastor does not care, but we do. And someone who loves Pennsylvania football and also was a resident of Beaver Falls at one point that I learned on the drive here, Mr. Greg McAfee.
You know, Beaver Falls is a program that, you know, has their up and down years.
Joe
Obviously,
Namath.
this is one of their down years. You know, they have talent that's in and out. Mohawk, obviously, a team that likes to run the ball. I think they're both going to be 2 teams that run the ball this year. I like Mohawk in this one, though.
Sam, did you know that Beaver Falls is the high school of Joe Namath?
I did not.
Yeah.
Now you do?
I know there's a lot of schools with Beaver in the name.
Ton of them.
And I didn't learn that until I joined my good friends here at YSN. I didn't realize how many
Beaver local,
Beaver-esque
Beaver Falls
schools there are.
Beaver, Western Beaver over
Western
there
Beaver,
as
yep.
well. I mean, there's a bunch of them.
You want a funny Beaver Falls story real quick?
Of course.
Absolutely.
That's what we're here for.
Terrell Rivas.
Yeah.
It was between football season and basketball season. Played in the state championship in football. Comes back the next day, plays a 3 overtime basketball game for a win over Beaver Falls.
Wow. Hey, they take their stuff. I
do.
said something else. They take their stuff serious in Beaver Falls. I can tell you that. Also, Brighton Hot Dog Shop.
Oh, New Brighton.
But to make a long story short, if Greg picks Mohawk, I picks Mohawk.
I'm the company guy.
I was the company guy. You can't.
Well, I'm just saying, I have to be the company guy. I love Beaver Falls. Hey, come on. Let's go. Let's go. You're literally right down the street from me. Let's go. But until then, Mohawk, you're also right down the street from me. I'll take. Oh, give me the Hawks. I'm going 0-4 Niles and 2-2 Lakeview. Lakeview by 26. Guys, here's what I'm going to tell you about Lakeview. They had an injury last week. They're pointing to that as one of the main reasons that they did not compete in that game against South Range. Not aware, not sure about the injury report this week in Cortland, but what I can tell you is this: they got some big dogs up front, and they just lean on some of these NE8 teams they're going to play. They're going to be in the ball game. Another sophomore quarterback at the helm. I'll tell you what, I really, really like Lakeview. I think they're better than 2-2. They did not show it against South Range. I think they would admit to that. But Niles is having, as Greg says, one of those seasons. I'm going with Lakeview.
Lakeview showed me everything I needed to know when they went against Jefferson. I had big time doubts on Lakeview, and that wasn't against the program. I just thought, Lakeview goes up and down. I thought this might be down. They smacked me in the face and sent Jefferson home. So I'm going with Lakeview and the points this week.
26 points is a lot of points. Give me Lakeview.
What just happened? You just swerve on us?
I swerved on you. I wanted to get a reaction. I wanted to see what's going here.
Hey, 1-3 Orange boys. Big dub. 1-3 Orange taking on 0-4 Lakeside. Orange by 19, looking for win number 2 in week number 5. Let's go to Greg first. I wonder why.
Give me Orange.
Samuel.
Listen, the Lakeside Dragons
Here it comes.
have struggled mightily through this first 4 weeks of football. They've got some guys who are finding their way. It also happens to be the 20-year reunion for the class of 2005 that is going to be present, which is part of yours truly. I will be calling this game. I will be announcing our class as we celebrate 20 years, the first class of 4-year Dragons. Lakeside is going to represent this weekend. They're going to get a win, and Orange ain't winning this by 19. So give me Lakeside, the points, and the dub.
Ooh.
Okay. So you just went clean sweep right across the board.
That's exactly it. Dragon by blood, baby.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I mean, that's 20 years is a long time.
It's hard to believe that 2005 was 20 years ago.
Oh, boy. I'm older than you, so I can,
20 years ago, I was wearing the same jerseys these guys are wearing tonight. So I'm ready to watch the Lakeside Dragons get it
Well,
done.
in this case, I'm glad you're not wearing that same jersey because Orange is going to win. Orange is Tim Porter, my guy. Do not do me wrong. We're going to be plucking oranges
Go
off
PL.
of trees. We're wearing the orange helmets. We're getting all psyched up. Rob, my man over there, head coach of the old ball club, we're getting it cranked up. We're playing spoiler. So, hey, maybe you can wear another helmet or another mask or something like that, and it can be a lion because we're getting crazy over there in Lakeside. I'm taking Orange. I love Orange, man. You know I love Orange.
You do love
I got
yourself some
two
Orange.
helmets there. They take care of us all the time, and you can't go against the colors black and orange. It's so hard. They're so pretty colors. Except when it's black and gold, it's a little bit better. I don't know. Just red, white, and blue is the best.
Depending on sport.
Tribal Chief. You're a Bills fan.
Black and gold, depending on sport.
Baseball. on to 2-2 Perry and 3-1 Geneva. Perry by 2. We will have this game.
We will have this game. We will be broadcasting this game, and this game is interesting to me because Geneva, over the last 4 years, at least I know, has never gone into this game with a loss. This is the first time in 4 years Geneva loses in the fleeting moments against Hawken. Perry dealing with some stuff with the team, trying to kind of recalibrate secondary to injury. Geneva's fired up. Bryce Pete has 715 yards rushing.
How many carries do you know off the top of your head?
28.
Oh my gosh.
He has scored 7 touchdowns, which is crazy because that's not even the most on the team. He's got Caden Proy with 8, his quarterback. Geneva is flying high in this one. I understand why you would pick Perry as the favorite, but Geneva is not here to listen to it. Give me Geneva, not just the points, with the win.
That cross-country coach over there in Geneva has to be looking at Pete and going, okay, he's running basically a marathon every time he touches the ball. 20-some carries, 700 yards.
That's crazy.
Okay.
Oh, and then, by the way, second in the county in tackles with 32.5.
So he's doing it both ways.
Yeah, he's a two-way player that is effective on both sides of the ball.
Unbelievable. Man, I was really leaning towards Perry, and then you said that. And I'm going to say Perry again. No disrespect to Geneva. The nuclear boys are out there, the Pirates, and you know how I feel. If it ain't baseball,
if it's a Pirate,
I'm going for it. I'm going for it. Raise the Jolly Roger.
I got to go with Geneva in this one. I mean, they're coming off a pretty tough loss last week. I think these guys are going to be motivated to go. Give me Geneva.
Okay, here's a tough one. 3-1 Poland taking on 4-0 Hubbard. Poland by 12. That spread seems very good, very dangerous. Here's what I'm going to tell you. Poland I think they saw their season flash before their eyes in that Canfield game. They saw it slip out of their grasp. Do they come back on the road against Hubbard and get a win? Or is Hubbard going to flex their wings and say, fly, Eagles, fly? I didn't wear this on purpose, but timing's everything, and it might be a God thing, boys. I just pulled this out of the old Yoakley closet. There's Hubbard. Maybe I thought it was a Poland shirt. We'll never know, because I'm going with Poland.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. One of the things we talked about on the show last week was, should this Canfield and Poland game be a conference game? Well, one of the benefits of it not being a conference game is with Poland taking that loss, they still got the NE8 right here.
Sure did.
It's still there. And they get to bounce back in a big way, play for not only playoffs, still play for their conference championship. It's Poland in a big way this week.
Yeah, I mean, you can't disagree. I mean, this is a Poland team that's coming off of a rivalry loss to Canfield. Maybe they didn't, perform as much as they would have liked. And I think they bounced back here this week against Hubbard. They fixed the mistakes they made, get back in the win column.
Shout out to our student announcers who will be calling this game for us. Excited to see what they do when really their first real big game.
Yeah.
NE8 style against Poland.
It's a big one.
We will. I mean, they are excited. I know they're juiced up. So
these NE8 matchups are going to get real fun for me soon.
We know. We know. On to, 1-3, East Cleveland Shaw taking on 3-1 Youngstown East. Boys, East having themselves a little bit of a year. Mm-hmm. Nobody's looking their way, but the Big Bad Bears are looking pretty good, and they're favored by 28 points in this game. I'll take it. I'll take the Bears and the points.
I'll tell you what a swan song that they're having this year. Mm-hmm. I like the way Youngstown East is going out with the fight. I don't like 28 though. I don't like 28. I think I've seen Shaw play, and there's some talent out there. I think Youngstown East is winning, but it ain't by 28. Give me Shaw and the points.
Yeah, I mean, this East team is a team that's kind of quietly impressed me over the first 4 weeks. Going into last week, I didn't think they had it against JFK, and they come out with a big win. So I like East by more than 28 in this one.
Here's a promise I'll make to East right now. If you win this game by over 28 points, you get a big dog. We're getting you a big dog. You deserved it last week, no doubt about it. This week is a guarantee. If you're able to do this, you deserve a big dog. So we'll get somebody up. Because if they're winning by over 28, somebody's scoring points. Yeah. Somebody's scoring points.
They got some talent over there.
They sure do. Mm-hmm. That running back they have, oh boy. Apologies for not remembering the name off the top of my head. Usually I write this stuff down. Not written down. I've got nothing. We had to, I'm pretty sure we crossed over to Canada at one point to get here. So just so you know, that's how, God bless you, my friend,
Listen,
by the way.
I know 11 pretty well.
We might get it named after you. The Torres connection. 3-1 South, excuse me. I held it.
You got it.
I held it.
That's pro stuff right there.
He was waiting for it. I'm trying to be professional here. 3-1 South Range taking on 0-4 Struthers. South Range by 33. The clock will start. I don't know if they get to necessarily 33. Excuse me. The mercy clock will be on.
Doesn't it start at 35?
30.
30.
Oh, I thought it was 35.
That's why it's dangerous to me here. South Range, they don't like rubbing it in people's noses and in people's faces. I'm gonna go with the Raiders. I'm not in love with it. I don't like 33. I don't like. Come back to me next.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. This is a game where South Range is always dangerous. Okay.
Yeah.
An undefeated South Range has a different vibe than a South Range with a loss. They're meaner. They feel like they have something to prove. But
I think they've been
Struthers
very gentlemanly on Tuesday nights, by the way, just for all the moms out there.
Struthers loves to make you sweat. They love to make you sweat. And they, at times, have been a thorn in the Raiders' side.
Every time. Not at times.
And
Every time.
33 points is a lot. South Range is absolutely scoring that. Give me South Range and the points.
I'm sitting there like, Sam's on this side. I've got to go back.
See, I think we had the same dilemma last week when we were at Canfield. And you had the same internal battle with your head. And I'm pretty sure South Range covered the spread last week.
They did.
And I'm pretty sure they're going to cover it again this week. It's one of those years for Struthers. Give me South Range.
Now the pressure goes back to our resident Raider.
Train.
Don't remind me.
The stars begin to align, folks.
This is not good. Here's what bothers me. Everybody will remember from South Range, the Jersey game, right? South Range brought in these new black uniforms with the burgundy and gold numbers. They've never worn them before. Hey, they've never worn them again. Do you know why? Because Struthers almost beat South Range. Then they went on to win a state championship. Those jerseys are in the houses of those players to never be worn again. It's moments like that that scare me silly. I'm taking Struthers in the points. South Range wins. Struthers in the points. 33 is a lot. 33 is a lot. 33 is a lot. I'm sticking to it. I'm sticking to it.
Now the Raiders are going to go out and score. They're going to listen. DJ said it. That's what's going to happen.
33 is a lot. On to Southeast, who is 2-2, taking on Crestview 4-0. Crestview by 40. Boy.
That's a big spread.
You talked about big spreads for the Buffalo games you used to go to, and they eventually cut it off. Rebels are nasty.
The Rebels are nasty.
They are nasty. Jake Noling, I'll say it, he is in the running for the YSN Most Valuable Player this year.
He should
and there's
be.
as he should be.
As he should, absolutely.
Yeah.
I like, hey, Rebels, take this for what it's worth. I like you plus 40, or you minus 40, rather.
I think 40 is crazy. I think it's crazy. Lunacy, my friend.
Swerve's coming. Swerve's coming.
I mean, the Rebels are really, really good, and they're starting to get close to another team on YSN that loves me because of how much I picked them.
Who was that?
You know, I think they're wondering, are we next to Struthers or what? I cannot take Crestview by 40. I can't. I think Southeast is going to make this a game less than 40. Give me Southeast and the points.
Wow. Oh, okay. Oh, to Greg McAfee.
Look, I saw this Crestview offense operate last week, and it was like they had two different game plans.
Yeah.
The game plan in the first half was run the ball, give it to Mikey Proctor, and then second half let Jake Noling take over. They started running the quarterback option. He started passing the ball, and it was like a different offense had come back out in the field after halftime. And that's the offense that we saw through the first 3 weeks of the season, I believe. And I think that offense continues that momentum. Crestview by more than 40.
Greg, are they not getting better as the season goes along? This is crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's just that I think last week, because of the matchup that was in front of them, undefeated team versus undefeated team, Liberty had a great defense coming into the matchup. I think it was a little bit of a chess match. Like, all right, we're going to show you this in the first half, and we're going to switch in the second half and go to our strengths more and see if we can keep the game close in the first half and kind of, you know, put the knife in the coffin in the second. And they really, I mean, I saw Jake Noling throw maybe 2 pass attempts in the first half, and he kind of opened it up in the second. And I think that's the offense we see this week against Southeast, and they let up the scoreboard.
I'm really interested in this game. Again, Crestview just continues to get stronger and stronger and stronger as the quarters, not just the season, the quarters go on during this. And in week 5, I don't think it's any different. Good luck, Rebels. Good luck, Pirates. Hey, I picked against the Pirates. You happy?
Wow.
You happy?
You Mark it down.
Here we go. Here we go. 1-2 Springfield. Remember, no game last week. Waterloo canceled it because of lack of players. 1-2 Springfield taking on 2-2 Camel Memorial. Springfield by 30. Camel with a huge win last week.
Yeah.
We're sound like that same thing. 30's a lot of points. 30's a lot of points. In this case, it is.
Yeah,
because Campbell is starting to show what they can do. And they've got some athletes. They've got some absolute dogs out there on the football field. And I think Springfield, the bye did them well, but so did playing the extra game last week for Camel. I'm going to take Camel in the points. No disrespect to Springfield. I still think they get the dub. But Camel is on its way back.
I've watched Campbell Memorial myself when they took on this same St. John Herald's team, and I think there's a lot of talent there. I saw some of the guys that have the ability to make big plays on that team. There's only one thing more dangerous than a one-loss South Range team, and that's a two-loss Springfield team. I'm taking Springfield and the points.
You don't see a two-loss Springfield team very often in the last couple of years, but I don't think anyone saw what Camel did last week I don't think we saw it coming for them to gather a victory over Lowellville. I think they carry that momentum into this week. I don't think it comes away with a victory. Obviously, we all know who Springfield is, but I'm going to take Camel Memorial in the points.
All right, on to the next game. This one's interesting as well. 3-1 United taking on 2-2 Lisbon. United chosen by 34 points. We saw what Lisbon can do. We saw last week they were able to score points. Not as many as East Palestine, but they were able to get it. It's Operation Stop Ashton Hinchcliffe for United. United has strength in numbers. They're large. Very, very large. They're fast. Very, very fast. Lisbon's going to have to come up with plan 1A because obviously all eyes are going to be on 24 in the backfield in Lisbon. So I'm going to take United and the points, given the fact that DJ Ogilvy seems to always come up with a plan to shut down the best weapon. And right now, Lisbon has not been able to come up with a plan B.
I have a lot of really clever things to say here. This is it.
You?
That's you. There's two together. No L.
Look, I mentioned earlier that I watched that game between Lisbon and East Palestine. It was the first time I had seen Ashton Hinchcliffe play from film to film, and there were some things that he did where I was just like, wow. I mean, it didn't count, but there was a play where he hurdled the player on the sideline, and I was like, I don't care if it counts. That's included in the highlight for sure. And there were plenty other plays that took place in that game where I was like, wow. But one player cannot be a team. Give me United. Give me the points.
On to 0-3 Waterloo. Coming back, guys. We'll talk about that in 1 second. Taking on 3-1 Mineral Ridge. Mineral Ridge by 43. I will tell you that Mineral Ridge and Andy Hake, who I know very well, you guys, and it's well documented. Everybody knows we're best buddies. Cold-blooded. But what I will tell you is one thing that I love about Andy Hake is he's not going to embarrass kids. Yeah. He's not going to embarrass young men, no matter what it is, football or otherwise. I am going to take Waterloo and the points because Andy Hake is an honorable human being. And the conversation is always, we'll get them by 40, but after that, I'm letting them play. Yeah. You know what I mean? He's taking his guys out because there's nothing gained by rubbing somebody's face in it in that situation. So I'm going to take Waterloo and the points. But what I want to kind of bring to you guys' attention is Waterloo could have, and it was very much talked about, including yours truly, they could have just mailed it in until the last 2 weeks of the season, took the couple home games, and said, you know what, we have a chance to win these games. It's not like they don't have a chance to win. It's an uphill fight, though.
Absolutely. I'll tell you what, when you're coming back off of, injuries and stuff like that, there are very few human beings that I would want to go against than Andy Hake. He is a leader of men. Yep. This is a monstrous squad. I agree with you. I think there are going to be some other factors involved in this, and I'm going to take Waterloo and the points because I don't think it's going to get out of hand. And I do want to say this. Sometimes these high point games get out of hand, and it's not necessarily the doing of the coach.
Correct.
I've spoke to coaches in the past who have said, I played my freshman, I played my JV, and the last thing you're going to do is take a touchdown away from a young guy. Yeah. Sometimes when they make the play, they make the play. I don't think that's going to happen here. I think I'm going to take Waterloo in the points.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same mindset with you guys. If this spread was like 35, 40 points, then maybe you take it. But I think in a situation like this, you have a team coming off of a week where they didn't get to play because of injuries, and they're doing the honorable thing by continuing their season. But I just think the Dogs will be called off at some point, so I'm going to take Waterloo in the points as well.
I'm going to tell you once again to reiterate that Andy Hake is incredible when it comes to this. I've seen him. I've been on the sidelines, to watch him, to ask questions. He doesn't back away from any of them. Yeah. And I will tell you that if it does get out of hand, he will call off the Dogs. Yeah. He will, because again, he's not going to be one that knocks you down and spits in your face. He's going to help you back up. And I think after seeing what I saw last night at the Post Office Pub and doing the coaches corner there, doing the player profiles there, these guys know what these young men over at Waterloo are up against. There's a couple new kids on the team just so they can play this game. Tip of the cap to Waterloo. I mean, I know I was one of the most harsh critics about what I thought was happening, the rumors that were incredible job. Way to come back and way to support your community and do what was right and get them to the game. And obviously we want them to see the rest of the season as well. And I think Andy does too, because there's seniors on that team that they want to complete the season and say, I made it through. Yeah. So, hey, Waterloo, keep doing what you're doing. Congratulations, and deepest apologies if anything was taken to heart there. I mean, obviously, we just want you to see play football and see you play football from YSN's perspective. So, on to 2-2. West Geauga taking on 3-1 Edgewood. West Geauga by 6. Samuel Torres, what?
I said it is lunacy, my friends. Lunacy. I tell you. Edgewood has come out since that loss to Girard and found their way. J.J. Dufour is second in the county, Ashtabula County, in passing yards. He is 6th in the county in rushing yards. He is a dual threat guy. They've got Javen Pope, the running back, Josiah Pope, the wide receiver, Riley Baldwin, the Slim Reaper. And they've got a line, an offensive line with guys who have started upwards of 30 games each. West Geauga, yes, you had a great game against Conneaut. Conneaut, Edgewood, two different animals. Edgewood is looking to bounce back. They're trying to get ready for a playoff run. They're trying to get ready for a first ever Lake CVC championship. Give me Edgewood by 20.
I got to highlight Sam's nickname prowess first.
Unbelievable.
Because it's just one. You had the Iron Head earlier. You got the Slim Reaper now. It's one after another. So I got to throw a shout out your way first. Second, this Edgewood team, I mean, this is a team we saw against Girard earlier this year. I was on the opposite side earlier this year. I don't think I can do that this week. I'm right with Sam. Give me Edgewood.
I'm with Edgewood too, man. Yeah. They are making a believer out of me. I don't know how you look at this and say West Geauga by a score.
It's wild.
I don't. Hey, Drew. Good luck. Yeah. Good luck with that. Warriors all the way in this one. 3-1 Wilmington taking on 3-1 Grand Valley. So a little battle of the border going on here. Mm-hmm. Greyhounds versus Mustangs. Who runs faster in this one, Sam?
This is, Grand Valley. I spoke about them so highly this year. I stumbled 1 week. We won't talk about that too much. But they really came out running.
I say.
They came out running last week, 68 points in that big win over Windham. And what is going to be lost in the sauce in that one is J. Anthony Williams, Nate Stewart, and Luke Giddings did not see a snap after 3 minutes into the second quarter. So these guys came out, got the job done, got out. Some young guys really showed who they were. Luca Marmar, Tony Williams, the younger brother of J. Anthony Williams. There are some guys out there who showed that they can make plays too.
Coming.
I know that this Wilmington, Pennsylvania team is very good. They're very skilled. They're very talented. There is no points on this one, so I don't have to be over the top with this one, which is great because I'm taking Grand Valley by 42 points.
How dare you? How dare you? Do you know where Wilmington, Pennsylvania is?
I do.
Do you know what is in Wilmington,
I know what I'm
Pennsylvania?
taking into my hands right here.
Do you know what's in Wilmington, Pennsylvania? There's one particular institution that is just smack dab in the middle
I
of
get
Wilmington,
it.
Pennsylvania. It is the Westminster College.
Mm-hmm.
And with all due respect to my Titans and Titans worldwide, they are not yet on YSN, so I will take Grand Valley.
Yeah, I mean, I got Grand Valley in this one. They obviously had the hiccup against McDonald, my Blue Devils, that we've been talking about all year long. I think they continue what they've started since that loss to McDonald. I mean, you're talking about, what, 68 points last week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Continue to pour it on, Mustangs. Give me Grand Valley.
Shout out, by the way, to Brandon Fillion, the head coach of Wilmington, who was a player when I was in college. And that's kind of how this all thing started. Player profiles. I was interviewing Brandon Fillion. So a little history lesson for you there. On to the Saturday slate where we've got three boys. 0-2 Marlington taking on, I don't believe it. I don't understand it. 0-4 Warren JFK at Liberty. Marlington by 6. What I can... Rob, you want this one? No, just kidding. I'm just kidding. Go get this.
He was ready to
go. He's kidding that mic.
You guys can't see him, but he was ready to go.
I'm going to take Warren JFK in this one. I think what do you think? What's lost in the sauce? Is that what you said?
Lost in the sauce.
I like that. What's lost in the sauce is it's still Warren JFK, guys.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I think that they've got a target, but I also think they've got a goose egg, and they want to crack it.
Yeah.
I told you, I am not a Dukes man, and I will not be this week either. I believe, you guys believe in Paul Cusick. I believe in the Eagles of Warren JFK.
I thought you were going to say, I believe in Hellman's, and I was going to lose it.
You know, I think JFK, after a loss to Youngstown East last week, I think they're going to be figuring some things out. I think they're going to try LaMarcus Provett out at quarterback a little bit more than they have so far this year. And I'll tell you what, that guy is a player. He's an athlete. He can do it all. There's a reason they've moved him around the offense so far this year. But give me the Eagles in this one.
3-1 Chardon. Tough team. Taking on 2-2 Cardinal Mooney. Mooney is favored by 11. Guys, Mooney with a tough loss. Tough one. And it was everywhere on social media.
Yeah.
Against Steubenville. I don't think that necessarily puts a break in their sail. On this ocean of week 5, I'm going to take the Mooney Cardinals and the points at 11.
I think Chardon is really, really good. I think they're really, really good. I've got to watch them.
Hilltoppers.
I love Mooney. I've watched them over the couple of years. You know, I said when I first joined YSN, there were some teams that even though I hadn't watched a bunch of Youngstown, I knew the history and I had respect for him. And Mooney was one of the top on that list. I'm gonna take Chardon and the points in this one because I think this has the potential to be a Saturday morning or afternoon classic.
Also because he's behind me by 1 game in the polls. So there's got to be there somewhere. He saw the opportunity. I saw those are working.
Look, they're coming off a tough loss. Mooney's coming off a tough loss to Steubenville. I think they're going to be a group that's motivated. I mean, this is a tough Chardon team. It's one of those barometer games, if you could say, to really prove themselves. I think Ike Lake goes off on this Saturday afternoon. Give me Mooney. Give me the points. Give me the Cardinals.
I am going to the last game. 0-4 Wellsville taking on 2-2 Valley Christian at Liberty again. So a little double dip there at Liberty, which will be nice. Maybe we can get somebody to go out there and get both
2
of
for
them.
1.
A little 2-for-1 special here on YSN. Valley Christian chosen by 28 points. Boy, oh boy, that's a lot of points. I'm going to go with Wellsville here and the points because 28. That's 4 scores, boys. And this isn't Abraham Lincoln anymore. 4 scores in 7 years ago. I'm going to go with Valley Christian. Sammy.
Hopefully you guys can hear me because, you know, I'm not great with equipment in my hands. But what I am going to say here is give me the Elks Wings and Wellsville here. I'm going to say the Tigers and the points.
Last week.
Uh-oh, he's getting serious. Oh.
Valley Christian and the points.
Just like that. Just like that. That is your pick'em. I mean, again, all of these are for fun. There's no real serious business happening. There's no money that is going to transfer hands. Certainly, maybe a couple Skittles and a hamburger or something.
Chicken wings.
You know?
Chicken wings from the Elks.
Chicken wings.
But that is your pick'em. It's our favorite thing to do because, guess what, guys? It highlights the kids and the programs. It's awesome.
Exactly.
Rob, how did we do? Do you feeling good about our picks?
I really do. I think you guys made some great picks this week, and I'm excited to see how it all plays out.
We all picked Louisville, right? So.
We all picked Louisville, so he's a happy camper.
Yeah,
We're still in the
I'm
good
good
house.
with that.
You know what? Yeah, Power didn't go out yet, so we're
We're still on.
When we come back, it's everybody's favorite time of the show. It is the Perfect Pass, and we got a couple of Heralds that are trying to win up to $500 off of their next Windows set. After this, on Zone Coverage, presented by Youngstown Clothing Company.
Craftsmanship to us is 60 years of pride and dedication.
Passed down from generation to generation.
The hardwood floors that your kids take their first steps on.
The solid wood doors that you quietly close at night.
The things we create day in and day out are the products that end up turning your house into a home.
At Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods, uncompromising quality and craftsmanship built our business.
And it will keep us moving forward for generations to come.
At Joe Dickey Electric, no job is too big or too small. We do it all. We power the plants that help bring us together, the businesses that help our community thrive, and the home that you've been dreaming of. We'll even install a light bulb for you. With over 65 years of commercial, industrial, residential, and 24/7 emergency services, you can trust the experts at Joe Dickey Electric because we are everything electrical.
I'm Matt Crystal, and I've been a customer of Greenwood Chevrolet for nearly 10 years. The biggest thing about Greenwood that we love is you get that family-owned aspect that comes into play. We always work with Paul Kello. Paul makes it very simple for us to come in, purchase a vehicle, no different than we go and buy anything else. No hassle, no haggling, we drive them off the lot. Very simple process, which makes it a lot easier for us as a family of 6. Don't have to worry about it. I'm Matt Crystal, and Greenwood Chevrolet went the extra mile for me.
Are your windows letting in more than just the view? At Window Depot, we believe replacing your windows shouldn't be a hassle. Our experienced team handles everything from consultation to installation, making the process smooth and stress-free. Upgrade your home's comfort and energy efficiency effortlessly. Contact us today for a free consultation and discover how easy and affordable it can be.
Family owned and operated since 1979. How did you sleep last night?
The ins and outs of everyday life can be chaotic. This is how every hectic day should end. Get any one of these hot tubs for less than $189 a month. And for right now, you can run on dealer money, which is 0% APR for 72 months. Your escape is just a step away. Visit your favorite location or burnettpools.com/Vita-Spas for a quote today.
As Comco celebrated.
You're watching Zone Coverage on YSN Live. Let's kick it over to DJ Yoakley.
And welcome back, everybody, to Zone Coverage presented by Youngstown Clothing Company. It is that time again for someone to win up to $500 off a new set of windows presented by Window Depot and Home Team. And we love them so much. Thank you so much for your support of not only this segment, but what we do here at YSN. And we are here with
Donald Crawford.
Donnie. So you got interviewed earlier. Now you got a chance to win a whole bunch of money off windows for your parents. You ready for this?
I'm very ready.
All right, pal, here we go. This is the football you get to use. You get one shot, you put it right through there, and you win that gift card. You ready? Oh, he's ready. Oh! And also, I don't know if Rob, if you can get a good look at the mascot.
I got him.
You got him? Sam Torres. Thank you, sir. Thank you. All right, next contestant. We got another contestant here on the Perfect Pass presented by Window Depot and Home Team. And your name?
Leslie Baker.
Leslie, and how are you affiliated with St. John?
I am a science teacher and coach for junior high volleyball.
Have you ever thrown a football through a window?
Not recently.
Is there a little bit of science to this? Can you tell us about that?
Most definitely with that projectile motion.
All right. Now you're not speaking my language anymore. I did not go here. I am very poorly educated in high school. Here you go. One time, one shot right through that window. And just off a little bit. That's all right. Hey, thank you so much for playing. Thank you for educating the students. Appreciate you. Next up. Oh, now they're fighting over who's going next. Here we go. And this gentleman claims to be on the YSN payroll. Yeah. Talk to me. What's your name?
My name is Mark Timonier, class of 1986 from St. John's. And I had 3 sons go through the school and graduated. And I did the stats. I helped him out.
Sammy? Yep. The mascot?
The mascot.
I love it. Have you ever thrown a football through a window in your life?
I threw baseballs through windows, and my parents would kill me. But, yeah, I never threw a football through a window.
Well, here's your chance, Mark. Good luck. Oh, lefty. Through. Oh! Mascot thought he was getting one right in the bullseye. Right in the bullseye. He's celebrating. All right, we got one more? One more? All right, here you go. Last one. Here you go. And your name?
Bobby Chenault.
Bobby, and are you a student here?
Yes, I am a student at St. John.
All right, what year are you?
I'm a senior.
Senior? Are you on the football team?
I am.
Okay, what position?
I'm a fullback and linebacker.
Okay, so does that bode well for throwing a football through a window?
We're about to find out.
We are about to find out. Bobby is up. Here we go. Through. Woo! That was a hum baby. That was a hum baby. Bobby, great job. Thank you all here at Ashtabula St. John. We appreciate you. Thanks to Sam Torres. He's got the mascot hat on, the helmet. It has been unbelievable here. So hospitable. And thank you to, obviously, our sponsors, Window Depot, Home Team, Youngstown Clothing Company for doing what they do. Thank you to all of you for tuning in. Best of luck to all of our teams this weekend, this Friday and this Saturday right here on YSN. We've got a ton of games for you, and there's only one place to catch it, right here on your sports network. For Rob Johnson, Greg McAfee, and that guy over there, the mascot, Samuel Torres. My name is DJ Yoakley. This has been Zone Coverage presented by Youngstown Clothing Company. We'll see you next Thursday from Austintown. Fitch. YSN thanks you for watching this presentation of your sports network. For stories, stats, and more, go to ysnlive.com.